Breaking developments coming in a day after some sensational observations were made by the court it was hearing the bail plea that has been filed by Jacqueline Fernandez, where the court asked the ED why has the ED not arrested Jacqueline Fernandez today. There is a very crucial hearing that is going to take place in the Patiala Court, and the visuals on your screen are of Jacqueline Fernandez presenting herself for that hearing. Priyank Tripathi, my colleague, tried to ask her some questions about the allegations that ED has leveled against her. Here is what happened.
Jacqueline, we have been trying to ask questions to you. Would you like to say anything on the allegations? Today is an important day for you, Jacqueline. Jacqueline? Jacqueline, we have been trying to ask questions to you. Would you like to say anything on the allegations? Today is an important day for you, Jacqueline. Jacqueline?
For more, you heard Priyank there asking Jacqueline that it is a very important day for her. Priyank, for our viewers, tell us why it is important.
It's very important, Priya, because Jacqueline Fernandez, who is accused number 12 in the Enforcement Directorate case, because in the supplementary charge sheet, she has been named as an accused. We know, and our viewers have been watching continuous coverage on Times Now, which shows that how Jacqueline Fernandez was the one who was receiving proceeds of the crime. This case pertains to 200 crores of rupees, which was extorted from a businessman family, the owners of Ranbaxy, by a conman while he was still inside the jail. And the world knows his name. He's Sukesh Chandrasekhar. But during the course of investigation, it was found that Sukesh Chandrasekhar was in a close proximity with Bollywood star Jacqueline Fernandez. And that was a stunning revelation which came into light when we showed the pictures of Jacqueline Fernandez and we showed the pictures of Sukesh Chandrasekhar operating from Tihar jail. And that too, he was working as if he's working in his office. Later to that, the Enforcement Directorate also came into picture after the Delhi Police Special Cell busted this extortion racket, and that found that Jacqueline Fernandez was receiving the proceeds of the crime. In her argument, he has stated that she was not aware about the conduct of Sukesh Chandrasekhar, but it's a clear-cut evidence which has been presented before the court, where a middle person, Pinky Irani, was the one who introduced Jacqueline Fernandez to Sukesh Chandrasekhar, and when Jacqueline got to know that Sukesh had this kind of past, she continued receiving gifts. Not even that, when she got to know that Sukesh Chandrasekhar has been arrested by the Delhi Police Special Cell, she deleted all the data. And that has been the argument on which the bail argument has concluded yesterday. We know that both the sides have presented the picture, while on the other side, the defense has been saying that she is not running away from the country. The prosecution side, which include the Enforcement Directorate, has presented their point before the court that the court should not grant her regular bail because so far she's on interim bail, and that is a relief for her, which can end or which can continue in a regular bail format. But the fact of the matter is that the new thing that the ED has told it to the court, that Jacqueline Fernandez might leave the country. On counter to that, the defense argument has been that she is not leaving. She has business interests here. She wanted to go and meet her mother, but because of the LOC which was issued against her, she did not leave the country. So today, within few minutes from now, it will be clear that Bollywood star Jacqueline Fernandez, who has been a very famous actress, who comes from Sri Lanka, who came into close proximity with this multi-billion conman, will be allowed a regular bail or not. Certainly,
Priyank,
if at all she
because you
is
said in a few minutes
bail.
from now, Neela Sheesh, who is inside the court and tracking developments, has just put out information that the judge has said that while the arguments were over yesterday, he is going to need some more time and the judgment is going to come at 4 p.m. But tell us what happens if the bail is denied to Jacqueline. Does she go to jail next or ED custody next?
Yes, Satipriya. So now the latest update which we have got from our colleague Nilashish Chaudhary, who is inside the court, is that the court has said that the order is not complete, and at 4 p.m. the court will be giving the order on the regular bail application which was moved by Jacqueline Fernandez, and the argument has concluded. So while Jacqueline is still inside the courtroom, where she has reached just a short while back, I tried to ask her a question because we have been trying to get her version also through her voice, that what she wants to say on the counters of the allegation which has been done by the enforcement directorate or the Delhi police economic evidence wing also, which has questioned her. It's very important that since the enforcement directorate has charge sheeted Jacqueline Fernandez in the supplementary charge sheet, whether the Delhi police will also follow the same path or not, because the Delhi police is also expected to file a supplementary charge sheet within 20 to 25 days from now. Jacqueline is still inside the courtroom, and at 4 p.m. the order will be passed regarding the regular bail application which has been moved by her.
Right. Yesterday, the Delhi court had also asked several questions of the ED, how they have proceeded in this case, and that sensational observation that made headlines, that why have they not arrested her so far? Why are they picking and chooses who are they doing that to? Are those observations going to have any kind of bearing in what happens today?
Certainly, we will have to wait and watch, because these are the observation tree, and remember, in court observation and court order, there can be some difference, because the judges generally ask these questions to they get satisfied with the answers. Nilashish is also here. Nilashish, yesterday in court, the judge asked that if at all you want the bail to be cancelled and regular bail not to be granted, why didn't you arrest her in the first place? What was the course of argument? Can you please briefly
Well,
tell us?
absolutely, because the ED, of course, has opposed bail to Jacqueline Fernandez. Let's not forget that in the supplementary charge sheet, she was named as an accused. Thereafter, as per the procedure, Jacqueline sought bail. Now, the ED opposed that bail, and that is when the court asked, why are you opposing? Why are you trying to pick and choose? Why did you not arrest her in the first place if you actually required her custody? So these contours of the court proceedings are something that throw a little bit of light onto the manner in which the court was thinking aloud. But of course, as you pointed out, there's a stark difference that can be seen in terms of an observation and how the actual proceedings went forward and what the judgment might be. At this point, Jacqueline Fernandez is inside the courtroom. There's some other matter going on. Thereafter, the judge has said that his judgment is still being penned. Around 4 p.m. he will pronounce his order.
What is going to happen next? There are two options obviously left before her. One, whether she gets a regular bail or not. The second option is whether the court will dismiss it. So what are the legal options available with her?
Well, of course, if the bail is dismissed, then of course she will apply for a further bail in a higher court. That is.
But what happens in between that?
Well, of course, it is still open for the ED to take custody of her if that is what they think is required in terms of this case, in terms of the probe that has already taken place. Now, if the bail is granted, of course, there is no situation therein, because after this, cognizance has been taken and there will be a trial that will commence. A supplementary charge sheet, of course, is to be filed as we believe from our sources. But if there is no bail and the bail is rejected, in that situation, of course, she will seek interim bail in order to ensure that
and all eyes will be on that verdict. What options will Jacqueline be left with at 4 p.m? Thank you, Priyanka and Nilashish, for joining us. But it has been a very significant day in the courts today, because the